Yo.
Deathmatch. Warm up.
I think I forgot to do good morning again. I'm on it. We gotta let that command cook for like 15 minutes. What up, Braden? Oh, I'm so wired. Yo, Baleful Strix 1268. Thank you for the prime. I was out with my girlfriend yesterday for her birthday, and we walked by this chocolate place. I'm having some of the chocolate. It's so good. I'm an adult. Chocolate for breakfast. It's allowed. Oh. Chocolate truffles? No, like chocolate, dog. Like just chocolate. Oh, wait. Smooth transition. Yo! NT1 thing, they were the 2-month prime. Getting colder. They were the 4-month tier 1. And Shrimplessly, thank you for the 2-month prime. Hog transition, thank you, Savage Boy. I worked hard on that. We treat production quality very seriously here at Club Banana. That's why half of our YouTube edits are not even edited. Today's 13 years to your wife. Go JPC! Congratulations. Today's my both of my dog's birthdays, actually. Not to detract from JPC's anniversary, but instead to add to it. Let's see, Udon turns 2 and Odin turns 3 today. They have the same birthday. They have the same parents, but they're different litters.
10 kills remaining.
What are the odds, you know? Ah, guys, save the tier 1.
Get out of my way.
And I'm cooking.
Cypher killed.
A Broski in my DM going 15 and 26.
5 kills remaining.
You good, Broski? Ooh. Yeah, we're playing against some good players.
1 kill remaining.
And I'm asleep.
Dominating.
People keep running and headshotting me. No, they don't. Not as much as you think is happening. Or you're taking really close range fights and they should be running then headshotting you. Ooh. I'm about to go 15 and 26 in Brodsky's honor. You know what I'm saying? Anyone want to take my accounting exam for me? No, that sounds miserable. Yo, V8, leave the prime. I was just doing my civic duty to Brodsky. So I placed 10th place in the deathmatch so he wouldn't feel bad. I'm not a hero. No need to throw a parade in my honor or anything. I wouldn't complain, but...
Spike down B.
No wall. No orb.
Last player
But
standing.
decent aim. This is platinum. Got my one. Hits a shot. Hits a shot. Good fade eye.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, this is
Spike
tough. It's all
down.
shots.
No charges.
Late nade. There's no way the clip ends like that. We have to guess platinum because the dude's clip sucks. Because it just ends abruptly. And he has no abilities. Ah, it was higher. Why would you submit that? Like an Ascendant player is proud of that? The clip ends with an enemy still alive.
B.
You will not kill my allies.
My ultimate's ready.
Fire in the
Dude,
hole.
this guy can be good.
I've got your trail.
Last player standing. One enemy remaining.
Hey, 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 hey. Once again, the Rankdle genius gets 3 stars. The first game's an unrated clip. I'm not surprised, dude. Rankdle, I've stopped expecting anything from them. Their website sucks. Somebody make a better one, man. I'll use it. I'll advertise it for free. Like, they really should require the match URL. On a submission, you should have to submit the URL of the match. And the game shouldn't be able to be older than like 2 months. You know what I'm saying? What are your thoughts on the Psycho getting dropped from Sim? I don't have any. I'm a solo queue player. I enjoy watching pro games, but I don't follow the pro scene to a degree where I would be able to speak to the ramifications of such a change. I would ask Sean Garris. That guy knows what he's talking about. Or TMV. That guy knows what he's talking about. We're gonna do VOD review. If you have a VOD you'd like to get it reviewed on stream, head over to Raffles and British channel, click the enter raffle button. Oh, Braden. Should have redeemed before. I'll do you next. You know, only one point redemption per stream, Click D, and I believe Braden wants to use it. Who's your favorite pro? Ooh. Right now, this guy. I like this guy. Used it Saturday. Oh, it's like up here? I thought I refunded it for you. Yeah, I think I did. You gotta like resubmit it. What are your thoughts on Sego getting dropped mid-match? I didn't realize it was mid-match. I don't know. I feel like it's really hard to take a stance on something like that unless you have all the information. I got you, Brayden. I got you. Next VOD, next VOD. Hey, bro, we can watch this shot calling Radiant. Xander shot calls a lot in his solo queue games. Yo, Picky Nador, thank you for the prime. Mute Mallard, thank you for the prime. Yeah, I think it's a double-edged sword, Ironcrest cats. The situation is too unresolved to have an opinion on, in my opinion. Like, we don't know everything about what happened or why. And so it'd be a bit preemptive to be like, oh, what a mistake, or oh, I totally agree. Because I genuinely don't know. I don't know all the variables at play. Mid-tournament, not mid-match. Yeah, I mean, whatever it was. You don't know enough about most topics. People still throw out opinions. I know. It's annoying. Mid-tournament, not mid-match. Yeah, potato. Either way, as far as I know, like I read up about it. We don't know why. There's no official reasoning. As far as I know. So it's like, how do you even make a statement on that? Yeah, Cap, I'm resetting them right now. I'm handing them out first. Yeah, low key. It has nothing to do with your sensitivity, bro. And everything to do with the fact that you're playing deathmatch. Everyone plays better in deathmatch. Everyone. What's the probability distribution used for the RNG of your raffles? What do you mean? You can see right here. So when you enter, you get a certain number of tickets based off of rolls in the Discord. And then we pick a random number between 0 and 810. And then if you're in the ticket pool in that range, you win. Like Click D just won. That's convenient for him. Only 4 entries today? Bro, welcome to the stream. People complain I got so many viewers. Raffles aren't that hard to win. Neon Lotus 7 too. Supposed to be bringing neon energy. Oh boy. Let me pull up the notes. Let's take a look. Click D. Let's see. Let's see what past Woohoojin had to say about your gameplay. I'm in one. You have 1 month. Okay. We're 3 days late. That's fine. You get to skip VOD rules. Consistency rule. Okay, come back with neon main energy. Wall out, B hop out, slide at them. Who's next? Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Slow play at start of rounds. Totally fine, but we need to explode during the round. Oh, baby, you're in trouble. Ooh. Yeah, we peaked 200 RR higher after that. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Oh, we're in trouble. Let's take a look, Mr. Neon Man. We get the rank icon. Oh, Kenny, congrats on your Immortal. Rank icon. I'm at 1. This is the world's quietest VOD. Oh, your audio is just incredibly quiet.
What's up, guys and girl?
Yo, Mr. W, thank you for the 2 months.
How do you guys feel about attacking A?
Really bad. I think that's racist.
All right, we got the
fast.
pre-round
I'm
plan.
gonna try to stun up.
How do you guys feel like
Just start
attacking A?
jumping out.
You guys see sub overlay? Oh, I'll make it bigger. All right, you won't be able to miss it now. Neon diff. You should go play right here. Rizora! Hey for the tier 3! Thank you very much. So we want to route here towards drop because it's a really strong angle to hold. It's highly consistent, and with classic pistol you can even play it this way. Let me show you. Wrong map. Here we go. You can even like stand here. You don't have to peek around, and you're guaranteed to get this type of close range fight. The odds that they shift this rope down, walk this way, and clear you are practically 0.
One enemy remaining.
Last one,
Wait.
rope dropped. C. I guess you can.
Okay.
I'm out of here. Gotta go. Take this. Watch out. Gotta go.
No wall?
I'm out of here. Coming through.
One's in waterfall.
What's that wall? What the hell? This is acceptable. I'm not sure about the lack of wall out though. You like re-walled waterfall.
Gotta go. Stalking.
Dog, are you just throwing util? Are you just throwing util? I need to see the Neon Lotus VOD you've watched where you took this stun from. What the hell is that doing?
He's done it.
That sounds good though.
He's done it.
This one makes a lot of sense.
Ah, he's done it too fast.
Where did it land? Good question, Frank. It landed sort of here and here. But then we're routing tree. Nobody's coming through the wall. That sounds a bit weird. This sounds good.
Tree.
We get
One more.
our
No,
one.
behind.
I like it. We're cooking right now. We're cooking. 3-0. I think he's forgot about the bit where we don't have to run at the start of the round. But hey, it's working. Yo. Click D. Click D. Click D. Yeah, we need some reading comprehension on this one though. I'll keep watching. I'll keep watching. You're like, you've got 80% of the puzzle piece, but you're just W keying now. So it's almost really good. But you see, you get this kill. It's super lit. I'm now playing the off angle in A-Link. Like, A-Link is mine. It's my hecking birthright. And the best part is you just killed their pop flashers. They don't have any. So you just like crouch to this off angle and game over. Neon wins. I think your brain's interpreting it, however, as I have to push them all round no matter what until the round is over. That's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, you got this one coming. That's a nice shot too.
After we
The moment the round starts, this guy is in gotta go mode. I'm sorry, but how many free kills have you been gifted by running at them? Like, D, I heckin' told you. That's all I'm saying.
one more on site.
That's all I'm saying.
Let's
5-0, okay. Wasn't he taking space? Isn't taking space important? I can't tell if you're joking. If you think the pure act of taking space is important, then surely you personally start every round with one teammate on all parts of the map and you all push out like this at the start of the round, right? Because if you don't do that, then you're objectively taking less space. And isn't taking space important? Or maybe it's not the only thing that matters. Holy cow, he actually just W keys. It's so much better. I just wish the volume of the VOD was audible.
Sky on B.
Yeah. This is we just have to fix this now and you're Bing chilling. You have to just slow it down. After the first kill and before the round starts.
Sky on B.
Still in sight.
Oh my god. No shot. You're holding way too tight, dude. You need way more space. You're not him.
He just walked out full blind and killed me.
It's probably a visual bug. There's no way, right? The dude actually saw you for sure.
Just a little bit.
Oh my god, wait. We didn't press the neon run button.
Let's slow it down just a little bit.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Oh, well, we made contact. Go time.
Back it up. Back it up. Go push. Go hit.
I calm that though. You say that like you've never made a frustrated calm about dying to somebody who was flashed. Cut the man some slack. The round was practically over.
Spike down A. I got spike. Coming through. I'm out of here. Reloading.
Gun here.
Okay.
I'm out of here. Rocket.
Spike planted. Go, go, go.
You're making a lot of footsteps in the clutch.
You should run.
No. No. Click T, what is this?
You should run. Last player.
What the hell was that?
You should
Bro,
run.
she ain't even looking at you. Slow down.
Nice try.
Bro, what was that? I got the drill. I gave this to somebody recently in the tier 3. Okay. Deathmatch. Drill. You cannot fire the first bullet if an enemy is looking at you. If they're not looking at you, you only get 1 bullet. If you miss, you have to let them kill you. This drill does 2 things. 1, it slows down your shot because you literally can't fire until the enemy shoots first. And 2, it trains your brain to identify if they're looking at you or not without having to actually like consciously process it. Does that make sense? Because right now you clearly are not processing that killjoy is not looking at you immediately. Because if you knew immediately that she's not looking at you, I refuse to believe that this is how you're shooting. I bet you would have taken just a bit more time. So we gotta play this DM drill, and let me demonstrate real quick. We heck it full screen. Yo, go Sean Beats, thank you for the tier 1. Kuroi Allen, thank you for the prime. 0 to Gamer 746, thank you for the prime. So if you ever shoot first at a guy in a gunfight, you should just let them kill you.
Match found.
Split time. I think good mornings are basically distributed now.
Deathmatch. Warm up.
So now let's reset and give everyone 1 extra point because I reset after the heckin'. Okay. So I can't shoot an enemy first if they're looking at me. If they're not looking at me, then I can shoot them. Owned. 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 Not looking at me. I got 1 shot. I miss. I let him kill me. Owned. Owned.
No worries, Charlie. No worries.
Yeah, Cake Bandit 1. Thank you for the tier 1.
Fight. Woo! Let's start.
Always let them shoot first if they're looking at you. Not looking at me? Oh, I would get one shot there. Just like that. I missed. Accept my death. All good. Nice shot, KO. Nice shot, Raze. Alright, this dude's in the fucking stream. Sit down, Sage. Sage is kill on sight. Let's try Raze. One bullet. He was not a threat. Segway 11. Thank you very much for the 3-month prime. Damn, cheese sausage lined it up. Oh. It's tough. Nice and simple drill.
Dominating.
I got one bullet on Killjoy because she wasn't looking at me. I hit it that time. Oh, I missed. Oops, I accidentally dinked that guy right as he shot at me. I accept my fate. Nice try, Omen. Ooh. Ooh, that guy laid me out. All right, this DM's going really slowly. I'm gonna close it out. DM's actually going really slow. What's going on? These guys all in the stream?
Oh, come off. Too stupid.
Oh, that's so unlucky. You leave? Realize you can leave the deathmatch without penalty? Yeah. But I like deathmatch. Whew. Yeah, also, like, if everyone has that mindset, it hurts the DM a lot. Like, if I just leave.
Useless individual.
How come this guy's keeping up now? What the hell?
Remaining.
Okay, I'm going back to doing my thing then. God, I suck. That's what I'm saying. They're all in the stream and they were all trying it out. Ooh. Wait, that guy's level 19. I almost want to report him for smurfing. Yeah, I'll leave it to Sky to end the DM. Get some sheriff kills.
Trinity, you're welcome.
There's no way. No way I kill that neon there.
5 kills remaining. Nice. I punish you. 1 kill remaining.
Oh! Oh! All right. Go back to windowed borderless. All right, you get the idea. We got to run this deathmatch drill so we avoid doing... Like, this is embarrassing, dog. You got 12 bullets. This is embarrassing. You can't be doing this. Look how fast you shot. You're already shooting. There's no way you took time to aim that bullet. You threw that round. That's us.
Bro, I was playing anti-flash, bro. Fuck me.
This is tough.
They are standing. Go, go, go.
Stupid you.
Tough. Snowbank here. Thank you for the prime.
Go, go, go.
Damn, you're getting owned. This Reyna's really predictable.
Move. There we go. Shocking. Shocking.
Finally, we're going fast again. I swear, you played 3 rounds slow, and we lost 3 rounds. That's tough. You got spotted, and we stayed out in the open against a flash. It's kind of a bad play.
I've got your trail.
Let's watch defense.
Close. You making it hard for me. Shit.
I'm out of here.
I'm embarrassed now.
Shocking.
Nah. Bro, you missed your stun. For the entire enemy team. Push A. And not a single one of them is stunned. Oh, sorry, you hit Killjoy. Person 5th in line. What is that? You had to play. Fettuccine Alfred, 69,420. Thank you for the 2 months. Even Frank is telling you how to throw that stun right now. Frank is 900 RR lower than you. How come Frank knows how to throw that stun better?
Is that a B?
Go, go, go.
Frank's doing his homework.
They're all me.
This is tough.
Go, go, go.
Wait, you slid into them?
Yeah, they're all.
Oh, I guess we have no util.
HP. All that.
Somehow B here.
You're new? Who's Frank? He's kind of a celebrity in the tier 3 in-houses. Frank the Neon.
They're playing patient. They're on B here.
Frank, I didn't say I asked your permission to use your name in a YouTube intro referring to a player who kind of makes a mistake. Is that okay? Do you want to be involved, or should I name them George?
Blink. Watch out. Go, go, go.
I'm good. Pog is so good.
How many C?
Spike down. C. I'm out of here.
Come here. Oh, fuck.
Here, wait. I can give you the teaser of the audio. I can play you like the end bit of the audio, so you like. I can't give you the whole thing. Let's see. We'll go here. Drop onto and you peek.
What the hell, Frank? Full. What the hell, Frank? We had full sight control.
Spike planted. Gotta go. Go, go, go. See ya. I'm out of here. Go, go, go.
Bro, your defense half is a goddamn fever dream. I'm sorry, but let me
Playing patient. They're on B here.
That's the last time we talked. Right there. 120. Playing patient. Side B here. Killed Yoru and spawn. Probably all A side. I'm pushing out B. Holding this Reyna. This isolator. Never mind. I'm flanking C. What are we doing? What? Where's the comms? Bro, you are in your own world.
Go, go, go. See ya. I'm out of here.
Calming is not neon energy. Bro, that's like being that's like bringing a VOD being like, you only told me to do these two things,
close.
Ruhujin. So I just didn't do anything else.
One enemy remaining. Last player standing.
No, it's what you have to focus on.
Sorry, I baited
You're
you there,
telling me
didn't
that
mean
while
to.
you're focusing on running fast, you don't even talk at all?
I'm out. Go, go, go. Shortcut. Take this. Watch out.
Hey, you're bomb.
Spike down in lobby.
Oh, it's lit. We gave the comp. I'd probably give him the bomb. You know, it's 5v2. You're alone.
One enemy remaining.
Okay.
You know, I'm down for you to hit your heckin' Rankdle clip too. Hate you to know I guess platinum on that Rankdle clip every day though.
Fall back a little.
I've got you pinned.
Gotta go.
Nice job. Nice job.
The notes didn't tell me to press my movement keys to move. That's what I'm saying.
Go, go, go.
Oh, the heck glitch. Ah.
Out of here.
Whoa, 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 whoa. buddy.
Jacqueline, thank you for the prime. Triddy 173, thank you for the prime.
I'm out of here.
We're sliding a bit early.
One enemy remaining. You had it coming.
Dang, fast Neon gameplay.
My kills.
I need to see one of these VODs where you just giga bot frag. Which is, I guess, every VOD except this one. I want to see this VOD. Really roast him like that? I mean, like, look. Okay, I've got you pinned. General. You're still not a neon main. You're just pretending. I don't believe you practiced these stuns entries custom. And if you did, I'd be surprised if you copied them from a pro level player. You should do that. Offense, slow it down at the start of round sometimes. You need to be explosive, but not at 140 necessarily. After getting a kill, we can play to control aggressive space. We don't need to push into their spawn every time. Defense, talk more. A lot more. Then you run this deathmatch drill. Chillin'. Chillin'. You got right back though, Click D. You're just you're a fake neon man still. It's fake. I don't know about everybody else, but I can kind of see it. You're like sliding too early. Your stuns are all over the place. We got prep. We got to prep our neon. This KD's got to be like 1.2. 1.2. That autocomplete's doing more bad than good. It's true. Yo, Brayden, you got your VOD? You didn't even submit it, Brayden? That's messed up. I'm pretty sure you still need an approved submission to use the redeem. You did? Then link me that. You seen Shiro? His KD's like 0.8. Dog, you are diamond. Guarantee you Shiro would frag out a lot more in diamond. I played Phoenix on Ascent. It's lit. Brayden. I haven't looked at Brayden's heckin' VOD since October, dog. We were Ascendant 2. Now we're Immortal 3. We're pogging off. Why don't we like Shiro now? What are you talking about? Oh, are we going to get onto the PWEA thing again? Woohoo, Jim, why didn't you say my favorite player should be watched for that agent? Because they're not objectively the greatest on that agent in the world. like Shiro's on the list, actually. Because you can't find VODs of Forsaken 10's Cryozekin on every map. All right. Now back to Phoenix Ascent. You set the coolness meter? Any further mention of the PWEA during this VOD will result in a one-day timeout. Because we are reviewing Phoenix on Ascent. You have a frenzy? No. Brayden. Let's be real. Do you actually think this gun's better for this play? Or do you think it hits a better clip? Oh my God, you guys are asking for it. I warned all of you. On to you. Earlier people, you're chilling. All right, Braden, where are you? It is with how I play the play. One shot headshot. So you think if we run this round 100 times in the simulation, you convert it more often with the ghost or the frenzy? That's what I'm asking you. 100 times in the simulation, your honest guess. And let's presume that instead of it being specifically you, it's just a really good player. Because it doesn't matter which gun you're more comfortable with, because you can learn the other gun. That's not a big deal. What matters is which gun is better. Ghost, you kill a Jett as he swings box. I don't know what box is in this scenario. You mean he's like back here? The hell's box? The orb? Nah. Any fight inside of B main is certainly a frenzy fight. Like, surely he has to be talking about something where he flanks all the way out. Because these could be better for Ghost. Oh, they run to orb behind box? Okay, yeah, that's frenzy all day, Braden. Let's be real.
Just smoke.
That's frenzy all day.
If they hard swing me. Smoke you. Yeah, just smoke there.
Careful now. Watch your eyes.
Like that? That's frenzy.
Careful now. Watch your eyes.
You find the double headshot with Ghost long range is more consistent? No way. There's no way that the Ghost converts this more often than the frenzy. You're actually just lying to yourself at this point. Let me check in the range. Let's go grab this this distance. Now you, Braid, and Jinx might convert it more with the Ghost today. I'm not denying that, okay? You say about here at most? Yeah, I already just laid this guy out. Like, even if I'm body shotting, how do I reset? Like, I'm gonna start on the body. They just died on pistol round. You're only good for one there with the frenzy, though? What do you mean? He's mollying off and flashing to isolate the duelist. Took that with the pen, though. The Jett can move behind the box. Oh, I feel like you're going to kill her with the frenzy before she even gets there. That's fair, though. The frenzy's got, like... What's this pen? Low. Yeah, and the Ghost is medium. If you're specifically playing to bang them behind the box, the Ghost is better.
Yeah, they're going mid right now.
One A main.
I'm backing it away from B main.
Probably.
Yeah, A main 2 at least.
Reloading.
80.
God, look at this Gecko with his gun diff, dude.
Last player standing.
80.
I just feel like the frenzy's so much better, dude.
Reloading.
80.
Like, if you're Ghost here, don't you almost have to route heaven?
Last player standing.
Man, this round's not your fault. It's unfortunate. Oh, I like this.
They can be.
This molly's really good.
They already did.
They're
Yeah.
smoking B.
He's judging on logs. Pushing CT. Might just hold it.
I have dart.
Spike planted.
That guy has thick heckin' Sinatra accent.
One lane, one
Be
lane.
main.
Reloading.
Okay, so the actual correct way to play this, and it's really cringe. Who? The fade. So you just play for exits here. It's unwinnable. And the best part about B site on Ascent here, when you play for exits, is they have to come out into this like annoying cross to escape the site. So all you do is have Jett like post some off angle, you and Raze hold some cross, and you really should just call for exits here. You're never winning this retake. If you win this retake, I'll heckin' gift you a million subs. Never mind, you win the retake. Yeah, I knew it. You lose the retake.
Watch out.
Yeah.
Just smoke main again.
You get what I'm saying. It's like a statistical thing. It's already a lost round or an eco. They forced up. It's better to get that gun out of their hands on site.
3 out, 3 out. They're on site.
Yeah, out A, out A.
Bro, what is your team doing?
Yeah.
Spike planted. I will find you.
Bro.
Pushing A main.
Yeah, I don't blame you. Like, you've got gun advantage. You kind of have to rotate this way. This is tragic. Your team just gives up all sight.
I dart.
Under hell, 2 hell, 2 hell.
Last guy hell, last guy.
Yeah, you knew that guy was hell. They comp 2 hell, Bridden. Listen again.
Under hell, 2 hell, 2 hell.
2 hell, 2 hell.
Last guy.
You play retake.
Bro, you actually use
That's
these
an iron.
skins?
I'm leaving. I was like mid.
Multiple enemies.
They're goated? Really?
Bring them.
Chat. Thumbs up in chat if these are goated. Thumbs down in chat if they're not.
One close market. Jett's here.
Come on, let's go. Careful now. Rain is down. Flash.
Jett.
Bring was linked. Carry main or B main.
Top mid. Check that.
Could have lurked up B main.
One tile.
Oh fuck. Nice.
Bring was
Careful. You're kind of breaking the chain.
planning B.
Yeah, one lurked off to be.
Spike planted.
One back site.
I don't like this. I think you're going a bit early.
One enemy remaining.
I don't know where Gecko's at. Nice.
Main? Oh, dead. Nice.
You know Gecko's lurk is about to take the 1v1. If you know Gecko's lurk,
know
I
where
would kill
Gecko's at.
Gecko, yeah.
Site to be.
So you know Gecko is probably going to be main then? This Brim is going to feel like really pressured to hold site. So he's probably not going to push out. I just don't like, we got big numbers. Yeah, you're worried about Brim routing lane. I think that should be fine as long as you've got the homies coming. Because they also have to worry about things. They can't just assume that nobody on your team is flanking either.
since we can't play A's contact with Jett. Molly swinging.
It's just not principled to take the 1v1 and the 3v2.
Tile one.
Ooh, one tiles. Cypher.
Did they smoke hat?
Negative. Not yet.
Careful now.
I'm low health here. They're on the save. Tree.
One more was a mid.
Cypher was bottom mid. He might be walking up my market.
I'll watch you be man.
Spike down mid.
You spike?
Bro, you just got the spike. Don't you flash?
Cypher's on cat
I
now.
can't see your tree.
Grenade!
One enemy remaining.
Bomb down cat.
Spike down mid.
Bottom mid.
Yeah, I think right
Walking up
here,
my market.
I'll watch you.
you have to route to your right. Curiosity, thank you for the tier 3. All right, let me hear me out, Braden. So we need to assume dude has a friend. That's like the always like basic assumption. Now, you can let 1 second pass and be like, okay, they didn't have a friend. But my problem with routing left is the friend is here, okay? Like objectively speaking. If you route left, you're sort of peeking into them because they see over here. If you route right, then you're unswinging them as your Jett is here to back you up, and you can pull your flash out and flash them. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you're trying to like kill them with the flash. It's that you have checkmate right now and you almost threw it away. That makes sense. Your kill resulted in a 2-man advantage. And then you gave them a window to take like a head-on duel that couldn't easily be traded. So you can watch again right here. Right here. This is the fight I didn't want to give them that we just gave them. That I wouldn't have given because after this Reyna kill right here, I'd be routing to my right, whipping out flash, throwing it around that corner, and then it's up to you. You know, you don't have to necessarily peek. You can hop out, join the Jett, but it's a lot more consistent conversion here. You still fight CT instead of doubling A main fast. You could double A main as well. It's more, you just have to minimize the odds that you die to this guy right here. Because you have to assume this guy is here. You don't want to give this guy any odds whatsoever. Because it's checkmate.
Spike down mid.
You spike?
So now you're chilling. Like, this is exactly where I might have been, but I'd be down a flash from you.
Cypher's on cat now.
can't
Tuck
see your
flash, then
tree.
cross, is that fine? Yeah, exactly.
Grenade!
That's like way better.
One enemy.
And then like, I don't like this. Like, just jiggle it from main. Or route mid.
Enemy remaining.
Bomb down cat.
Spike
Must be
down
principled.
mid.
No, I think.
Lots main.
Oh yeah! Monster
Fast
on the
main.
loose.
Oh,
Both of you.
switch.
Yeah, that's a really... Oh, okay, you're chilling. Yeah, I would flash mid all day there. Ooh, interesting. Let's see if Omen dies to it.
Spike planted.
Motherfucker.
Nah, he's not there.
One gen.
Satchel out.
Hell.
Excuse me.
Go to me.
Mm.
Player standing.
Oh, what?
Me.
Yeah, our flash's a bit lazy right here.
One gen.
Satchel out.
Hell.
I really liked the hell flash during the last retake. And you can coordinate it with the Omen near sight. Do you pause? Close your eyes when you sneeze. I just paused because I liked to relish the sneeze. I feel like sneezing is a really satisfying sensation. Yeah, I think you're like worried about these guys fighting you as you go to drop hell. So you're flashing to push them gen and dice. But Omen's near sight's already going to do that. This near sight's already going to... Like, this space is all super safe now. It's not a problem. And so flashing into hell would be super lit. Super lit.
One Jin.
Satchel
Hell.
Dark.
Reyna was also
Poster flash. I don't know about calling it
tiles. They
that.
smoked off my cat.
I would push into B main. Yeah. I would have ended up 1-for-1ing almost surely. Let me explain. Let's rewind.
Get out of my way.
So this is just the rule of the mains. He raises way back here, playing passive A heaven. So we've got the eye. Reveals they're not in yet. They don't have a pop flash. I'm like getting real weird, like standing out here. And I mean, if they end up pushing B main fast, which they end up doing, I get 1-for-1, whatever. But if you get lucky, you might get more than one. Like, this is good. I like this.
Reyna was also tiles.
Then I would stay there.
They smoked off my cat.
We're running to tiles. Could fake though. Resmoke.
Through
He's got the
got it.
read.
30 seconds left.
Ooh.
He grabbed it.
Okay, we can't be results oriented. You have to understand that this is a mistake. So the way you have to evaluate this fight is she has the off angle advantage on you. You can see her crosshair. So more often than not, you actually lose this. So were we expecting her? Let me see. Flash, you don't see anything. Yeah, but you're shifting with gun out.
30 seconds left.
Cypher's gonna take
I think you should jump spot that.
They're both
on our raise.
one
Planting
back.
A.
Because that's a death. That's a statistic
Spike
death.
planted.
I have dart.
It doesn't matter that you convert it. Because you take that fight against a Radiant, you lose it more often than you win it.
Enemy
Ow.
remaining.
Which is just what we don't want.
Good shit. My ult's down.
You get a lucky conversion
smart.
there.
Kinda just cope with it. And the Glock's pretty great. I'm playing more CT, fade.
And that's the exact angle I wanted to have on them. Them pushing into B main and we being the off angle. You jump peek for the off angle and not pre-aim for the regular close lurk. Yeah, unless so if you think that they're lurking, there's another thing you can do. Like if you think they're gonna push into B main, then you just stay right here. You just crouch right here and you win. Does that make sense? Like if you think they're gonna push into B main, you just crouch and you hold in this off angle and you take all of your advantage.
He grabbed it.
30 seconds.
The peeker has a disadvantage in this type of fight, which is really a hard concept for lots of people to grasp, but I think you've got it. I think you understand what's going on. Is she has the advantage here.
Called.
Oh, how do you like that one?
I think it's like also AK, so I kind of just cope with it. And the Glock's pretty great. I'm playing more CT, fade off you.
One tile.
They broke it right away.
Actually, I can pull up the example. It's useful to have an example sometimes. Because I recently published a video where the intro went over this type of concept. Like just right there. Okay. So right here, around this elbow corner is a very similar engagement. Okay. So Tens is scaling A, he plants the bomb. And right around elbow, it's very similar to your scenario. It's this like close 90-degree corner where these off-angle holds are really dominant. And you see how Tens handles it. He just jump spots real quick and then backs up. Peeker's advantage only count when you're stationary or your target peeks you. No, Peeker's advantage is just one of many variables at play in any given gunfight. Peeker's advantage is just you're a bit more ready for the fight because you peeked. But that doesn't mean you have an advantage overall. There's many other aspects to a fight. There's the gun differential. There's off angle. There's the number of people in the fight. There's utility. There's the health of each player in the fight. So you can't just be like, well, I'm peeking, so I have the advantage. You have that advantage. But what advantages does the other guy have? In this case, the off angle advantage is actually better. It's stronger than peeking. What if they were very close while jump spotting the 10s clip? They wouldn't be though, because that's really awkward. Like you wouldn't be standing here up against this corner because you'd angle it, disadvantage yourself. The person slow peeking this way. Same idea in the split clip. This Killjoy wouldn't just be vibing right here or here because she's just dead to this guy back here who's already holding that from sight. They can't be this close to the angle. Now, if he happens to jump spot right as this guy decides to commit to the peak, yeah, maybe 10 dies. You can't account for everything, okay? Doesn't jump spotting negate the off angle advantage? Yeah, that's why I was saying we should have jump spotted.
He went back out towards tiles, it sounds like.
No, Gaspara, Peeker's advantage exists in every single fight. It's just not the only thing.
You can tuck it, went fade. Run out.
One was going tile.
It's not the only variable at play.
Reloading. Jett tile.
If you just play
I can smoke it and we can
close,
just hold it.
that's the only thing I can't see. And you can swing off my contact.
Just hold the smoke. That'll be main.
One A main still.
Huge.
It's a 1v3 on site.
I would actually chillax. You actually just win this round if you don't run out fast. Is holding bad? I'm sorry. I just described why holding would be better in that scenario. I'm sorry. Go watch the VOD.
2, 1, he's late.
One enemy.
You're swinging to keep supporting Fade? Oh, I literally don't care about Fade at all. So, okay, here's the mental math, Braden. If you have a 2-man advantage and you play it well, it's checkmate, okay? So if Fade dies, it's still checkmate. Bing chilling. So Fade does not matter. I do not care. What does matter is we might walk out of a smoke here and die untraded to a lane guy who dodges our flash. Which I'm more worried about than our Fade.
He's late.
One enemy remaining.
Care the mid lurk.
I'll find you.
I couldn't care less about Fade. But now we're Bing chilling.
I guess Fade can. I'm gonna have contact off start, and then I'll.
Man, we are not getting value from these molly plays. That's unlucky. These molly plays are really strong.
It could be.
Yeah, they're really aggro here.
None cat.
No one cat. You already jiggled.
El Choto
Yeah.
Grande. Thank you for the prime.
Good timing close.
Spike.
Is the door closing? When we fly? Okay. The timing could be a little better. A little better. It's in your VOD notes below it. Oh, let me see. Let me see. Let me see. I don't know what you're talking about. We're talking about this. Oh, of the YouTube video. Let me look. This is round 9. Ooh, okay. No. This isn't what I'm talking about. It's not that you shouldn't have swung. It's the timing of it. So you actually should be swinging because your raise is playing to hold the site and we want to match the intentions of our teammates. That makes sense? So because Raze is like, I'm holding site, she's positioned in order to hold, we do want to fight for site with her. I just think we want to fight for site with her in a more of an asshole-ish way, almost. And what I mean by that is I want the enemy's attention directed towards Raze when we come out of the smoke. But instead, because we threw our first flash so early, there's actually a lot of attention directed our way when we come out, which gives Raze the advantage in her fight against Cypher. I don't want to give Raze the advantage in her fight. I want to give us the advantage in our fight.
Spike down A.
Got really
Unfortunate.
statistical and decided to hard swing off.
They smoked me off.
One
Cat.
tile, one
Nice.
backing off mid.
I'm gonna flash out this.
Yeah, it's A.
Smoke.
Chill, we have big numbers here.
One enemy remaining.
One mollied off heaven.
Oh, he's out.
Ooh. He's close left, no? Yeah.
Nice. Bottom.
I'll find you.
I didn't think he's. Didn't hear anything.
I think you come back, Fade.
Oh wait, there's one.
Yeah, we're a bit slow to do this. It's the same pattern as earlier. You see our raise is heaven. We eye, don't see anything. I mean, of course, our smoke hacking devours the eye. But at this point, we know that they're not in B main. And so the rule of the mains is applying. This like invisible hand. You want to push into B main. That kind of play would piss the Raze off. No, isn't that legit baiting him? It's baiting if you let Raze die for nothing. And it might piss him off. But doing literally anything can piss off your teammates in solo queue, to be clear. You can play around completely perfectly, and then your Raze will hold push to talk and get mad at you. So if your goal is to not make your teammates mad, then you should play tier 3 in-houses. And that's about it. Because any other queue you play, your teammates will get mad no matter what you do.
I think he's safe.
Let's see. So I don't really like try to minimize my teammates' anger. I just try to maximize my odds of winning. I would play condition and await. Thought they late hit after the initial util. Yeah, I guess I'm not a fan then of like burning our Molly flash so early. Like we haven't gotten any value from it. We've been doing it every round.
Why just dog this early too?
Yeah, like they really are just waiting this out.
Outside B.
Want me to jiggle your cat?
They do have offers.
I don't see anything.
They're aware of 2 on B.
They just placed a cam in main.
I heard 1B.
I think the cam was the
Smoking for A.
Okay.
rotate.
I have that.
It's a really good flash.
Jen, hell.
And now it's slowed down actually.
Jen with main.
Oh!
One enemy
Has this
remaining.
Gecko ulted all game, bro?
I have that.
Yeah, so flashing fast here makes a lot of sense. Raze is in trouble. You could even consider walling her cross.
I have that. I have that.
Spike planted.
Jen, hell.
Where are you?
And now we should really chill. Wait for the teammates to come. Wait for Jett to get in position.
My ultimate's ready. Come on, let's go.
One
Okay.
enemy remaining.
Right side main. Hooked up. His ult.
Going up.
Yo. I just want to see the enemy. Fuck.
Switching sides.
Okay, do you have an eye for mid or no?
Come back in like
No,
3 years.
I don't really play this agent.
Alright, do you have sight?
Banana has a
I just throw one
microscope
out,
on this chat.
Yeah, I don't know if we trust.
Yeah, overall, I think we did mostly what we could on that defensive half. I think we just needed to play a couple fights more assiduously. Otherwise, I mean, mid control really is not in our hands as Phoenix on this map. And so I like that you just stuck to the mains. So it's tiny stuff, but peeking into that Reyna off angle was a huge mistake. I'd say taking the 1v1 and the 3v2 is a bit unprincipled. And then, yeah, we really have to... Like, we're using the molly too much, for sure. He conditioned them, and then we just kept using it anyways for low value. And I don't really think I saw our wall. Like, I'm actually curious. Oh, we're not even friends anymore. Oh, wait, I can find you on the leaderboard. When was this game played? April 13th. Did a loss? Yeah, it's this game. Yeah. So you cast wall 0.2 times per round. I'm actually curious. We look at somebody who plays more Phoenix. Does Asuna play much Phoenix? Not really. Here's Sabrosa. Guy plays Phoenix. Ideally, I can grab an Ascent VOD. Look at this, bro. Never mind. Sabrosa doesn't wall's even less than you. Oh, well. You know, maybe when the enemy team just dies every round. Who plays Phoenix? Hop and play Phoenix? No. Explain my fighting for mid control for that Phoenix was not the right play. Phoenix flashes are just really hecking good for the mains and the molly. And we've got Jett already. I'm not checking prod for very obvious reasons. Celsius, you think? Oh! Ooh! In a closer game. 3 times as many walls. I really would like to see an Ascent example though. Oh, that's raised. I got so excited for a second. Yeah, no, mid is chilling. All right, let me explain how I probably see the wall used on Ascent. So on the A retakes, it can actually be really powerful for you to use the wall heaven like this. So that you can come out here to get like a huge flash. Or even like a flash down hell. You can even wall in this type of way. Clear out hell on the retake. And similarly on B, you use the wall to like isolate really annoying angles. So you can sort of use it to come out onto site, flash through this way. Why not prod? Because there's better Phoenixes and there's no reason to settle for not the best when we can just watch the best. Not saying prod is bad, I'm saying he's not the best.
Yeah, I'm done.
You can try it if you want it. Yeah.
And if you're disagreeing with me and you think he's the best, you should probably just close the stream. I won't lie.
Wait, what's the plan? What's the plan? Sorry, I was up.
We're gonna fight mid.
Cypher has 2 people with his rotate. Then we go A.
Shadows traveling.
There's one tree.
Enemy.
Let's get you till mid, at least up to... Okay, we're good. We can cut noise and back up. We can back up.
Holy shit.
Let's aggro, maybe cap.
Ooh.
Noise and back
Okay,
up. We can back
freeze.
up.
I'm gonna check the timeline to see how good my read is, okay? But here's the sitch. You just killed Cypher. And so generally in this type of scenario, the team should flood out B. Because Cypher is almost certainly the 4th or 5th man of the chain. So if we stretched their chain out to just be like this as a straight line, because you killed Cypher, you almost certainly just picked off the edge or this node. And so if we picked off this node, the chain's broken. If we push B, this person will be stuck, probably B main. Isolated. And if we killed the edge, then B is totally free. Does that make sense? And because it's Cypher, they're likely doing this type of thing to repair the chain. And I mean, we know one's mid, so we're not going to call that a read on my end, of course. But if we go to the timeline, so there's the Cypher kill. Yes. Do you see? Do you see? He's the edge. He's the edge of the chain. B site is totally open. Does that make sense, Brayden? So it's very important that you recognize who you killed there. Where you're like, oh, we killed Cypher? That's crazy. Yeah, spoilers. Gecko gets a 4K. Oh, we go A? Oh, that's the worst thing we could do. That is the worst thing we could do. Oh, no.
Spike down mid.
Let's aggro, maybe cat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's your call, too.
That's big. Let's go cat.
Reyna was street.
Oh. That was 2 CT, 1 BCT. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense because of where Cypher was.
Reyna was tree.
Okay.
Pulling out Dijkstra's algorithm mid-round.
Careful now.
I'm gonna go B now and grab that orb. They're aware of our run off.
Yeah, so let's continue. Attacking is one of the harder things at a high level because it requires accurate assumptions. So you molly, you take orb, and then you don't hear any like re-aggression. They don't flash out into a main or anything. So what we need to assume right now is that they're walking into B main, and they're more positioned like a bit more passively on A and a bit more aggressively on B. I mean, I wish I could check the timeline, but we haven't gotten a kill yet. Like, I will not be surprised if this raise makes some early contact.
Here, they heard us leave, eh, man?
Cypher's jump picking market here.
Oh, Cypher's market again. It's free.
He's
This
still
guy's got
picking.
some like weird setup.
Let me get this right. Let me get this. Oh. That's unfortunate.
Grenade! Reloading.
I got the command.
Holy, I think B was open again, dude.
Cat peek from Jett.
Our raises out B into market.
See. The kill happened pretty late into the round, but yeah, dog. Dude, B's open. Oh, it's literally free. You have a full site. Oh, gee, thank you for the 3 months. That's tragic. That's so tragic. And so what I would call, if I'm playing like 5 stack and I hear Cypher market comm, which is like here.
Man.
Cypher's jump picking market.
Yeah, Brayden, exactly. So you're worried about the Cypher util, and so am I. So my comm is, yo, Raze, do you have any satchels? And then I'm just going to have her satchel right here. Break any Cypher trip. And then Phoenix heckin' runs out first because you got nothing. And we take B.
He's still doing it.
Let me get this. Let me get this right. Let me get this. Oh.
Raze is ignoring comms. Yeah, but I'd ask.
Reloading.
I got the command. They already smoked.
Right in the club.
I don't have paranoia.
Ooh, their
Or
B is
Douglas.
really weak. I don't like it.
Bring them down.
I feel like you're pushing strong side.
Where are you?
I would not assume anyone's playing stairs or boat. How do you know? So last round, we learned that Cypher is the 5th man of their chain. But what's their team comp real quick? Cypher, Brim, Reyna, Jett, Gecko. Okay. Cypher, Brim, Reyna, Jett, Gecko. So you need to mentally be able to map the enemy agent positions in a certain way. Let me show you. So let's say that they're positioned like this. Okay. Or like this. So let's arbitrarily, this is the enemy positioning. So this essentially is a chain constructed in this order, like this, where Brimstone and Jett are edge nodes. Okay, does that make sense? So if we were to just flatten it out, it would look like this. So this is the enemy formation, okay? So it would make sense that if you pick off like Reyna in this scenario, that you've broken the chain, and if you pushed into where that Reyna was, you'd have 2 people on either side of you, okay? We learned in pistol round that Cypher is an edge node. He plays towards B side, and he's like the most B side player. And when we learned that, he happened to be their market player as well. So he was here, and then the rest of the team was in this type of formation. I don't know who was where, okay? But so when we hear that Cypher is market, when we get that comm, you hear the edge node is market. And at worst, if they're being a bit weird, they've got like 1 B, okay? But that's like it. That's like it. There's no way that they would have a 3rd here with Cypher market, because Cypher's their edge node, and that would be making him their 3rd node. It's just not, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make sense. Now, could they be doing this? Yeah, of course. It's not like statistically 0%, but this is like the type of fast assumption that pro players make these like connections subconsciously. They're not consciously aware of this specific pattern. However, this is how they play the game. Like if you watch a 10's solo queue VOD and you personally keep track of the enemy chain and you watch how he makes decisions, you'll notice that he makes these rapid decisions when somebody in the enemy chain dies. He accurately identifies the most likely position they were in the chain. So when you hear Cypher market, I hear B is probably open. Probably. That's the important word in that sentence. And we're on eco round. I'm glad to operate on probably at this point. And generally speaking, with this team comp, these 2 agents are going to be the edges of the chain more often than not. This agent when she's hopping. Okay. So if we spot Gecko market, that tells us nothing. In fact, it could tell us that there's very likely somebody on B. Because if we go back to our own defensive half, how often would Fade be market? Oh, sorry, we're at 2503. Because we played a lot of B. And if you look at our own chain, you see there's Jett on the edge and Omen on the edge. But let's go to like start of a round. You see Fade's becoming an edge lane. Right here. When were we playing B? We played a lot of B. Here we go.
There.
Dart.
So it'd be very unlikely for them to see Fade market, because Fade is our lane player, because she's initiator and she's been playing like Odin. So if they spot like Fade market, then they're like reasonably confident that Braden is probably not here either, if it's the start of the round. Okay. Watch that game. We're gonna flood out. Okay.
Right side heaven. Right
Spike down.
side heaven now.
Look. Do you remember when I told you when you should come out of tree, Braden? Do you remember what I told you? Yeah, do you see what just happened? Yo, Shaquille Oatmeal. Thank you very much for the Discord tier 3. I appreciate the support. So for the class, I was telling Brayden that he should come out of tree here once his teammate's sight starts taking fights, because the enemy crosshairs will be focused on that. Watch exactly what happens. Look where all of us are looking. We're all looking sight, and then bam.
Right side heaven. Right side.
Spike down.
Devoured.
Bulldog heaven.
Heaven.
Your fade actually got a great trade.
One's free already. There. Your raise is one. You're up
It's a rough hit.
for Deco, but I want to try to end a your presence. Simple one for Rick.
Okay, Brayden. You want to hit Radiant? This is one of those things. You gotta trust me on this if you disagree. This is light armor. This is light armor. You just buy light armor. Please. You're against rifles, just buy light armor. If you don't have like over $6,000. You're fine. It's not a big deal. The money is really useful. Don't even worry about spams. Don't even worry about chip damage. It is light armor.
40 on Reyna. She ran out. Cut.
Chilling.
Hit a brim and playing mid.
Cypher was
tree. I have
let's mid act.
but then ran back tree.
Up close corner.
I'll smoke cat in 5.
Ice Casper, this scene is like way better for my editor and for viewership as a whole, because it doesn't block anything of the VOD. Specifically, like chat doesn't get blocked, kill feed doesn't get blocked. It's a lot easier to edit this type of scene,
Yeah, when you're here, I'm gonna swing.
and it's only worse for like some mobile viewers. But it's happened frequently where I've talked about something on the screen and then realized in retroact that it was blocked by a random part. And it was hard for my editor to work around. You shouldn't have ulted where you did, Yellis. Yeah.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, your poor Omen. Because that's Cypher, you know they're all A already. Like if we check the timeline, what round is this? 7. Right here. Yeah, they're all A. I really want to drive this point home for the people who are doubting this like chain quick thinking. You see how it's Cypher who killed us, and I know he's the edge node, so I know the whole team is already rotated A. And now you can see they're all A. You see? All you computer science heads, I hope this is clicking for you. Just seeing a single agent can give away the locations of every single enemy.
This how Reyna's how.
Player standing.
They're everywhere.
They're everywhere. Yeah, they're all A.
Yep.
You're facing a team that fast rotates, and we need to do something about that.
He's market.
I sort of want to drive the point home. I want to see your first kill and then look at the mini map. Oh, we committed. Oh, did we fake A? I mean, this makes sense. They've never once held B. These guys just play hard B retake. If someone flanks and it isn't the end chain node, there's a high likelihood there's another on flank. It's very unlikely that the non-edge node is flanking. Like, let's pretend that their mid player is, I don't know, Jett. As she pushed out here and fought, then you don't know anything about the other two guys. They could actually still be B. They could be flanked. Skidacity City. Thank you for the Discord tier 3. So no, you can't be like, oh, they're definitely flanking too. But you know that it's not 4A. for sure. Does that make sense? It's like different. If you died to this like arbitrarily the third person in the chain right here, then yeah, there could be somebody pushing out tiles, or they're just rotating this way, or they haven't even rotated yet, and the A hit can be stronger. It's just about, it gives you a likely formation, and that's it. It doesn't give you any guarantees. It's just like the mental model that
There's a trip on Switch.
I have found most likely fits the way pro players are thinking quickly. You got to keep in mind, pro players is all subconscious. And I tried to find a mental model that fits the way I see them make quick decisions in ranked broadly. And this is the model that I came up with. Okay. So I'm not being like, this is how everyone thinks for sure. But this is the thing I've found that closest fits to fast-paced decision-making in pro player solo queue gameplay.
$40 on Gecko. He was main.
Nice try. Honestly, you play a headshot angle, 30 HP with a sheriff.
I bought a mid. Oh, we need
Nothing better you can do there. Okay, there. This is debatable, Braden. Do you let it hit you? Like, what if you shot the ground right next to it and get detained? Damn, that rain is fast on the trade. You probably would have died. Chill. I would flash in 3 seconds. That's not working. That's never working. Yeah, it might have cleared your raise, to be clear. I'm not going to blame you for shooting the thing. We're flashing too early, though. So you break this thing. It's lit. And now we should be hopping right here, pulling flash out already. Like, we don't need to do that. They know we're here. They're likely pushing up. This guy's contact for us. Just have your flash out. And now you'd flash. They'd start fighting Raze and you'd already flash the corner. Ascent. This is actually a huge mistake. We need to convert this better. Yo, peace out, Fettuccine Alfred. Azeroth, 90. Thank you for the prime. Maria, thank you for the prime.
Let's make this quick, bro.
Okay.
I got things to do. My ultimate's ready.
So they Gecko ulted out. So they're likely pushing. You wouldn't just use Gecko ult and push it all the way out here just for info. Because of course it's going to see somebody if you're defaulting. So you break it. And I'm coming right here. And now if they peek looking at my raise, that's fine. I'm blinding and killing. And if they peek not looking at my raise, that's fine. Because she's getting free shots off and I'm flashing. And I'm killing. This jump spot can delay that. And then you had gun out. And then you pulled flash. And that's a problem. You got to recognize that in order for them to fight your raise, they have to be way out here in no man's land. They don't have good cover. They're in a lot of trouble. You flash backwards, not blind your raise. I'm pretty sure you're blinding raise. I'm not going to lie. I don't think there's much you can do. Like, where the hell would your flash pop that doesn't blind this guy? Raze is dead, man. Right mouse button? Bro, that's popping like here. Can't they just spam the box? Yeah, if they're wall hacking. Raze swung out. No. She's still tucked right now when we jump spotted. And now I think she swings because we see them on the minimap. You see? I think she was probably going to chill. But she swung because we drew their crosshairs and we got her info on the minimap. If she's looking main, the reverse flash didn't get her. Oh, okay. But I don't think she's looking main. I think she's right here. Right here. I think this is the fight Raze is taking if we didn't jump spot. I think Brayden might have made it a bit obvious. Yeah, the flash gets you like 2, Brayden. So I'm just letting Raze die, essentially. Raze is she's a necessary sacrifice. They push out, and if it's just 1, Raze is going to kill and it's free, and she won't die because there's not a second. But if there's 2, which is more likely, Raze is going to get traded, and you're going to get that trade, and you're backing out.
There's 2 more.
No charges left.
Dude! Thank you for the 4 months. Can't we just comment so she looks away? Nah, she's going to be in a gunfight, dude. It's not important.
I can.
The Raze is a distraction. She doesn't need to hit any shots. So it doesn't matter if she's blind. Yeah, like look at what we're clearing. You have a really bad read on this game.
Alright, I'm ulting side, I'm ulting side.
You just want to walk right into market right now. Because that's where Cypher is. Probably. Yeah, whatever. Brim's market, Cypher CT. Site's free.
Oh, he's fast flank.
Oh. Oh.
Main.
Really fast man.
Oh.
I'm done.
Jett's in corner.
Here.
These pieces of shit, man.
Careful now.
There's at least 2 playing mid.
Well, new market now.
Wait, Jett, take my gun.
Okay. Freeze frame. Get me in the Brayden Radiant mindset. What bam? The enemy team is currently positioning like this. Okay, they're a bit weak on B and they're using Cypher util to circumvent that. What's the play? Or what should have been the play? It's too late now. But we have such an easy play. And we missed it. Radiant. Big contact, let Omen look at market. Ooh, I was just gonna Omen ult onto B. I was gonna Omen ult flat onto B. I think it's open. And then Omen could just like hold stairs from backside here. And it should be easy cruising for you guys. I mean, look at the mini map actually. Look at this shit. Look, he's literally getting B right now.
Bring them.
Look at him.
1 CT.
Wait, he killed Jett. He killed Jett, bro. Freeze. I Bing, thank you for the prime. And 8 grams, thank you for the prime. Ferns are cool, thank you for the prime. Reading, he killed Jett. That doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. And there's Brim. What's going on right now? Make a guess, Brayden. Make a guess. You've even seen the VOD. This is round 9 to 10. We know Brim is there. Round 20. Say for A setup, I think that's likely. Yeah. I think they flipped. Yup. Look. Remember when I said they've likely pushed into A main as well? Because of the rule of the mains? Look at this rat. Just sit and whine, dude. Look at this rat. And then we get these picks mid. B. It's B time. Oh, it looks like Cypher was B. But it's just him. It's just him. So this is a case of we did not kill an edge node. We've broken the chain. There's this divide here. And the most common way to exploit this type of divide is to immediately push into this type of position. I've actually got this demonstrated in my video about this concept. Hey, YouTube. Hey, YouTube. Where's the 10s clip? Bam. He kills Cypher in this type of position, and you see the Silver Dart be main. So you know they've killed like a central node. There you can see me drawing on the minimap. And they come up this way. And they take this space. Oh my god, 20 gifted from iBing? Thank you, iBing. We're gonna mute the alerts. Even the 20 gifted. Sheesh.
Good trade, good trade.
Bam, Brim died and look where we are. It's so lit. It is so lit. It's so lit. We just clomp the hell over here. It feels so dangerous, but that's because you're not high radiant.
3v4, 3v4.
I just know it feels dangerous because this is one of the things I had to build into my Ascent playbook. And until I got comfortable with it, it felt like I was throwing the round.
Yeah, let's group up with Omen. Let's group up with Omen.
Cypher's playing CT.
I know exactly.
Could be stairs. Cypher could be sight.
Ooh.
On site.
Oh, it's tough.
30 seconds left.
Oh, this angle's sick. Oh.
30 seconds left.
How would this apply to other maps? I wouldn't be worrying about this, QLex, I'm not going to lie. Looking at your rank icon. This is very high level stuff. Okay, Braden, if you chill right here, this is actually super lit. If they drop into logs, you get to shoot 1 or 2 bullets before they have accuracy again because they're falling into your vision. And if they peek close here, then you've got off angle advantage. And they don't have flash. You just broke the gecko thingy. I'm actually just chilling right here. This is where I saw Cam Pecky play here recently on his stream. He was playing this map. He just stood right here and held. And the best part is, even if like, so in the VOD that I was watching Cam Pecky, he was actually tagged by a Sova Dart. And he just stood here because he knew they were market. And I'm like, damn, he's got balls of steel. And then he's like, actually, I can just stand there because if they try to drop lane to fight me, I just win anyways because they're falling. It's like, there's nothing they can do. It doesn't matter that they know he's here. This angle's like that strong. And you're too focused on doubling up for post. Yeah, so on B site, you can't double up though in the post plant. The most annoying thing is you need to cover lane and stairs. And right now, you're actually very well positioned to cover a lane. So your teammate hopefully can figure out a way to hold stairs. You actually kind of need to divide the responsibilities here. Because if you do this, it actually gets really awkward. You see? Do you see? Now you're still trying to control lane and stairs, but now you're doing it in a lot weaker of a way.
Enemy spotted B. Last player
Yeah,
standing.
and that's like such a 50-50.
Last player standing.
That angle on post, we have numbers advantage. More people. The 2v2, you back to site too much? Yes, yes. B site is all about just winning like 1v1 duels with slight advantage odds. You can't really double up B site very well. The most common way, you need like a numbers advantage almost, and then you can have like a dude hold the stairs cross for somebody swinging back site while you have somebody else like covering lane like here. If you're dropping site, Braden, I'm going to show you one of the highest ways to convert lane and stairs is you specifically have a teammate here and they're holding this line, and then you are here and you're holding this line. And notice nobody is directly fighting stairs or lane. Okay? What you're doing is you'll hear them drop, and then that's when you fight. I'm sure you've been there. Like, you've dropped onto site and had to fight this back boat guy, and it's impossible. And this is an incredibly strong off angle for the person walking outstairs. It's super good. So this is how I would convert like 2v2 if we're stuck on site. Alternatively, I like them being here. But either way, you don't want to give the fight while they're on lane. That's like the best thing in the world for them, is if you fight them while they're on lane, because that's how you can end up accidentally fighting two. Prime have any benefit if you're a good morninger? No. Well, you don't get ads.
I need to change up.
Yeah. We're actually like really close to Radiant, Burden. I'm not gonna lie.
Good stuff. Take. I have a smoke for F25.
Heaven 119.
I have tree. I have all the tree. 40. Tree.
Yep, then just double up hell.
Nice.
Find you. Reloading.
Yeah, Omen's got your cat. You can actually peek this wider. I know it feels uncomfortable, but Omen's got it. You see him? The only way you're dying is if they've snuck out cat and they're like holding over there. It's unlikely. I'm heck being chilling on that.
Here. And you can near sight all of close.
Someone's in defender spawn.
He saw me from CT.
Watch your eyes.
Oh,
In tree 2 at least.
oh, into a judge.
Careful now.
Be a main aggro. I mollied it off, but I think it's still pushing.
Spike down mid.
Give me this.
Watch your eyes.
Could be a main.
Here we go. We go Jett. Oh yeah, you got A for free.
A main. He walked up past.
Last player standing.
Oh,
Spike down mid.
lose around. Boo, boo, boo. Wow, this is really old notes. You're heckin' playing Jett. Okay. The quality of 1v1 duels we take needs to increase from 50-50 to 52-48. Okay, this is arbitrary. This is like actually the problem. Is you're not finding micro optimizations to the way you take very likely fights. Like, you're highly aware of what fight is coming. You understand who you're going to fight next. You understand likely where they're coming from, how they're going to peek you. But then the way that you take the fight is not optimal. You take it too fairly, or sometimes even worse than 50-50. Like, you peeked into that rain on the off angle. So we have to improve this. It's not just positioning, it's also the guns we're buying. Like, your second pistol round, the Ghost was a lot less defensible. If we look at it real quick, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Like, the early peek, yeah, sure, makes sense. I mean, our whole squad's rolling out.
There's
So.
one tree.
Now, all the fights we find at this point forward are frenzy fights.
Okay, we're good. We can cut noise and back up. We can
That would have been a
back
frenzy
up.
fight.
Down mid.
Let's aggro.
This is a frenzy fight.
Yeah.
And notice she's got off angle on us.
Nice.
Like we get lucky. We're converting fights like this that we shouldn't be converting because we're hecking crap.
They know what's true, right?
You're actually getting carried right now by, like, I would call it even like radiant level aim. Like you're actually different. Is it this round? You hit some crazy shots. I forget where it is. Maybe it was defense. You had like this crazy, yeah, it was defense. You had this crazy like Jenny shot from heaven. It was like out of nowhere. So you're getting lucky where you're converting a lot of these fights you shouldn't be winning into kills anyways because you're hecking him. But you just need to be him with good positioning and you're like super pog offense. Try and track likely chain positionings of enemy agents. When you spot / kill one of these agents, make an instant assumption about the entire battlefield and play as if that is 100% true. And then general default habit after getting kill should be to quickly swing and check for util / numbers. Oh, you're like chilling. You're super close. I'm not gonna lie. It's really minor. Really minor. I'd suggest watching. Kampeki's really good at this, and he's very vocal about how he's doing it. Curry is really good at this, and Tens is really good at this. These players are really, really dangerous in the duels and solo queue. They take them very assiduously. You kind of just have to take notes for each specific like way they play. There's just a lot of random tricks, like that lane trick I showed you, that backside stairs off angle I showed you. There's not like a one size fits all. Imagine it this way, Braden. Like if you and I 1v1'd just on lane 1,000 times, then we'd figure out some really cool tricks for how to like best hold lane. You know what I'm saying? That's sort of what these pros have already done. They've played B retake prac for 5 hours against like pro teams frequently. Like they just run heckin' 5 hours of B retake server time. And they've learned these tiny little tricks. They've learned I actually convert a bit more if I stand here. They've learned, this off angle stairs gets cleared a bit less often. They've learned, if I crouch here, I usually am good for 1.5, even though it's bangable from lane. That's not a big deal. They learn these things through trial and error. And so you should just steal from them. It's a lot faster than trying to learn on your own. Because the only real way to learn how to play angles like this is immediate repetition. So you almost need to like join a team and server time. This is one of the advantages like pro players have. Because you can't really say, okay, I'm going to try this now and then this and this. Because the problem is you're going to play one Ascent game. Then you're going to play Haven, Fracture, Lotus, Pearl, Breeze. And then you'll pop Ascent. Somebody will dodge. And by then, like, you'll be dry again. And you won't be able to practice like the new angle. So either like prac with a team to get that stuff down more or just steal from pros. Both are very viable. Yeah, nobody had this stuff figured out. Exactly, Braden. Like, even if you look at like Radiant gameplay and even episode 3, the quality of the fights they're finding is a lot more skirmishy. Nowadays, they're finding incredibly high quality fights when the enemy team is pressured. So like in a post plant, the defenders are pressured into retaking. And so the attackers have like a huge advantage. Okay. Thank you for the VOD. We do one more VOD. If you have a VOD you'd like to get it reviewed, head over to the Raffle Boosters channel and click the enter raffle button. You can only enter the raffle if you have an approved VOD. In order to get an approved VOD, you've got to read all the rules in the VOD Review Rules and Requirements channel. There's no exceptions to the rules. If you ask any question that's already answered in the rules, you'll get timed out. Please just read the rules. Then you submit your VOD that follows the rules in the VOD submissions channel, and you'll get this little approved role if your VOD meets the requirements. Then you'll be able to enter the raffles to get your VOD reviewed. Do you think that with enough training, anyone could go pro? No. Not anyone. That's a keyword. For example, my grandfather most definitely could not go pro. And now you'll go, Woohoojin, that's obvious. They're too old. And then I'd say, okay, where's the line though? Is it 70, 60, 55, 31? We disagree on where the line is, but there is a line. And so no, not anyone can go pro. What do you think of the pre-coaching requirements for a GoPro prospect? Like if somebody approached me, at least top 100 consistently, Radiant solo queue, and it has to have good scrim results. Like for example, like Cavern would be a good example of VLR. Like Cavern's played against some really strong teams. He's competed at that level and he's top 100 pretty consistently. He puts up good numbers. Cavern's a good example. Cavern's from V1? No, he's on R in this game. There's a lot of factors, not just age. But I think there's a line. And not everyone is above that line. So no, not anybody can hit pro. And let's not argue about where the line is, because that's all subjective opinion. There's no heckin' way to prove it. And it bores me. Just for getting confidence to play rank up game for Radiant. My only tip for you, Spoogum, is learn to enjoy the nerves, because you will miss the nerves, okay? Right now, you want nothing else other than to feel confident and the nerves to go away. But I promise, the nerves will go away eventually. And once they do go away, you will miss the hell out of them, okay? So I am here telling you right now, this is like golden days for you. A lot of the time you don't realize you're in them until they've passed. Enjoy the feeling, dude. Like just savor the nerves. Enjoy the heckin' sweaty hands. The increased heartbeat. The heckin' frustration of defeat. All of it. You'll miss it. Woohoojin, he misses the nerves so bad he's feeding off our nerves. It's true. One of the most satisfying feelings is like a longer term student reaching a goal. It's incredibly satisfying. But yeah, I mean, like my peak like competitive nerves was definitely college. I was playing like collegiate Rocket League in front of like 50,000 live viewers. I hit a 0-second goal. Haven't experienced anything like that. Happened to Darshan. He got signed to a League of Legends pro team. Clip? Oh yeah, have you guys not seen this? A sec. All right, I got it.
Over to Arius War. Can they do it? Can they tie the game here? Cleared out by Tarv. He tries to keep it up. Arius War. 3 Woohoo did!
I got the clip.
Goal. We're going to overtime. Can you make this up? Another one now in favor here for the Engineers. At the last second, they come through. The Engineers strike right back and have their own 0.
And then we won in OT. And it was 2-2 in the best of 5 series. So like if I didn't hit that 0-second goal, we'd lose the whole series. We were up all night, dude. Local tournament something? No. No, this was this is the big leagues, Max. We were top 8 college in our region. That was like that was a knockout match. If we lost, we were out of the tournament. We won, we'd advance. And we're like a couple matches away. They were holding a LAN. I thought it looked way too professional. Yeah, there were like 50,000 live viewers, man. Did you win? No. I sucked at Rocket League. Well, our team did not qualify. I was the worst player on that team. We actually had 3 really good players, but one of them didn't play due to like nerves. And so I played. So I was one of the lowest rated players in that league. Jing Lover 123. Jinglover123. Please post a link to your approved VOD. Let's get it. Post a link. Post a link. Don't just say yo. If this isn't a raise VOD, we riot. Agreed. Oh, I gotta turn on sub sounds again now. Clazy, thank you for the prime. Swoop Lord, thank you for the 1 gifted. By the way, if you're enjoying the stream, oh, thank you, Jing Lover. Jett, don't forget to prime if you got it. Check if it's up. Amazon lies to you about when it comes up. It's really annoying. Like, I literally checked the other day. Well, now it says May 5th again. Bro, I used a prime on Cavern like 2 days ago. You can fact check me. Check Cavern's VOD. Anyways, you click the subscribe button and there'll be a checkbox here if you have Prime available. And I'd appreciate if you could just check that and click the button. It supports me and it's free. Okay. I'm in 2 with way too many games. Are you kidding me? You're playing too much. There is absolutely no shot you are fully focused on the 10th game of the day. What is it? What we're 5 stacking? This dude's 5 stacking ranked. Oh my god. Dude grinds. This dude grinds. What is this? Premiere open beta launches April 25th. You'll have lots of questions, so we. Ooh. Oh, this is Pog. I will be playing in this.
In player with a full.
That's super Pog. All right, let's watch the VOD. I'm already gonna leave a note for you. You cannot play the game this much. I'm sorry. If you're genuinely trying to improve at the game, you cannot play this many games a day. I don't believe it. I don't believe you. This is too many ranked games. There's just no shot.
Hola. Hola.
Hey. Alright, let's go.
Close up to the rank icon.
We don't really have much util. Maybe. Okay, just time your flash with my dash out right now.
We've got clear 2-3 hour breaks in between chunks of games. I will never greenlight somebody playing 10 games a day without like tons of context into your like entire life. And at that point, like what the hell? It's almost certain that you shouldn't be playing 10 games a day. Okay. There's a few people that I can think of that I would be okay with it. But as at a Diamond 3 level, the number of games you're playing is not the thing holding you back.
Do you go short?
Too many games? Do you expound? Yeah, it's very hard for a player of this level to put in 100% focused effort into 10 games a day.
As well, so we don't get a free pick.
Let's take a look at when this Haven game occurred. This was the 9th. I want to see if it's the beginning or the end of our sesh. Ooh. We have Tofler Tip on our team. Is it early? Damn, it's our 3rd game. I was hoping to see like this game, you know? It's a fatigue thing? Yes. And it's also it's a goddamn video game. Don't make it your hecking primary activity.
Where's it? Let's go.
It's tough.
Where's it? Let's go.
Yeah, we kind of just have to dodge that.
I mean, can you flash in here right now?
No.
Hola.
NKJ, they were the tier 1.
Cutting their vision. Cutting their vision.
I'm gonna give you the pass because it's economic disadvantage, but that play's pretty questionable.
Phoenix, you have ult as well, so just pop that in like cubby or something. I'm gonna jump spot.
I couldn't smoke.
Yeah, up to Immortal 2, 3, 4, 5 at the most per day. If you're trying to go to Radiant, 5 is like a minimum, but I also recommend most people don't go for Radiant. What the hell are we doing? What the hell is this? What the is this?
Go.
What the hell is that? What are we even doing? Why are we routing this way? When you dash out, you need to route out this way, fight this guy, then route this way to fight backside, so they're all in front of you. If you route in between plat and backside, then you're putting enemies on either side of you, which is impossible to deal with. Retro Antics, thank you for the prime. All right, it's time. It's time for the ultimate question. Jing Lover 123. As an Ascendant player aspiring Immortal, from your icon, or more mid-diamond. Since you play so much, you're very serious about the game. Which pro Jets do you watch play on Haven? Who are you trying to emulate? Because surely you're playing 10 games a day. You're watching at least 5. Jing Lover? Jing Lover? You guess old RB / but what do you mean you guess? Who'd you like watch yesterday? Because I've already found your problem. Because I know the answer to that question. You are getting too creative. You're making your own shit up. Nobody plays Jett solo queue like this. I've never seen this play in my life. Which is why I know that you just randomly made it up. It's terrible.
Come.
This play sucks. Peek here and then route back. You're allowed to invent plays once you're like Radiant. Before that, you don't know enough about the game. I don't know what the hell that was. We just threw it around. You don't know who to watch for Phoenix? God, I've got such great news for you. I'd recommend Sick, Asuna, Sabrosa, and Derek for Phoenix.
Nice. We can go away off of this. No, I have to rotate one to see. Okay. Nice. Great pick.
Exclamation mark PWEA in chat. Pros to watch for each agent.
I'll come with you.
I can smoke tower.
Disclaimer. The list is not comprehensive. Before you say, why isn't X on the list? The answer is because I haven't watched enough of X to know if they belong on it. That's it. Okay, now saying who should I watch for Omen instead of clicking on the link? Chrono. Come on. What the hell is that?
Launching smoke.
You guys hear this mouse pad? Do you hear him? He's swiping it too. Bro, what is that? What are you doing if you see them? Let's pretend they're short. Now what? Now what? Bro is spinning around, grabbing info.
Is he pushing?
He just finished.
Intentionally playing weird so he gets easy notes with a gift card. Yes, I mean that's fine.
I feel like they're rotating to see. Come here.
Yes, nothing.
Let's go.
Let's go watch out here.
I don't think he's getting easy notes though. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to tell this guy to make a playbook for each map. He's gotta come with homework next time.
Careful, Humble. Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Bro, what are we doing? Oh, dude. This guy is the most updrafting Jett player in the world. London. Thank you for the 3 months.
I'm playing
Why is this guy updrafting? I couldn't tell you. Purple. 4 months. Thank you.
If we take, yeah.
One's
Pushed up.
Oh, we can get the updraft.
That's good.
Oh, here it comes. Surely. Oh, that was a good play. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, please.
Okay. You either need a bigger mouse pad, or you're not swiping your mouse enough, or your sense is way too low. I can't tell which. Shadow of Tempest, thank you for the 2 months. Like right here, when you hear the Gecko Flash come in garage, and we need 3 swipes to turn and trade that guy, that's a problem. That's a problem. You play 0.24, 800. Yeah, that sense is fine. I can do easily more than a 180 on that sense on my mouse pad. So either your mouse pad's too small, or you're just only using your wrist.
Yeah, that's...
I actually don't need to see more. Now we're starting we're starting C.
Some C.
Let's see it.
Some C.
There's no shot you just peeked in at 3. For that 1 extra bullet.
They're coming backside. We hold backside with me, Sage. Oh, they're planting. Coming out of the smoke.
Good attempt.
Nice.
VOD review full notes any percent. It's true though. Like right here, I'm just backing up into this like off angle. They come up C long, I take my shot, I dash garage, and I'm double whip brim, and it's super lit. Double Dave, thank you very much for the prime. Phoenix DD, thank you for the prime. We win the round. I think because your brim is already going pistol, I think we should go like Marshall. Yeah, this dude's about to get the world's biggest homework. Like if he's serious about improving. This playstyle is, oh my God. This is so easy to clickbait because this is the most hard stuck playstyle I've ever seen. No amount of like luck gets you out of diamond or low ascendant with this playstyle. But it is good. Like you're aggressive. So it's very consistent.
Do they force or no?
We have to change a lot of things though. You're hard stuck like this.
Fighting garage. Just hold the crossbar. Oh, I'm blind.
What the fuck?
Out. Out.
Yeah, our brim was reloading. That's tough. No. No way. You start the round with an up and you're holding, but you're moving. Why are we unswinging with an up? Without firing it. What are you doing? What is this? Maximize. Thank you for the prime. Looker DeWitt TR. Thank you for the prime. You thought you fired? No, cope. There's no way. There's no way you thought you fired.
I don't.
Spike down, C.
I go.
I've heard your left clicks. You smash that like button when you left click, dude.
2 C long. Are we pushing?
Still in sight.
I guess we didn't get this one.
Spike down, C. One enemy remaining.
That's the right. Great round. That'd be fun.
Oh my God, this spot is not real. Is this a duo game? April 9th. Haven. No. We're just getting... This guy is just different. What the hell? This guy just woke up. We've seen enough. I actually don't need to see more, and I apologize in advance for the amount of homework you're about to receive, but you'll rank up a lot. So it's up to you. What do you prefer more, ranking up or updrafting and having fun? We're at the crossroads. Okay, tracker. You need an offensive plus defensive playbook for every map that you yoink from Provots. I expect to have images of all of these with your next submission plus link to the pro VODs you made them from. That should look like this. Let's see. Let's grab a duelist. We got Jing. Very straightforward stuff. Very straightforward stuff. Let's see. We recently did. Who did we do yesterday on stream? It was Controller, Nats, Viper. We grabbed this. His defense was really simple. We need to fill in that lineup. His attack was a bit more complicated. We grabbed some lineups. Kyle Drogo, thank you for the tier 3. Do you need to make it on Valoplant? Nope. I don't care where you make it on. All I care is that you've got plans that aren't things that you invented. Don't worry, this Nats Viper Lotus is going up Wednesday on the YouTube for free. So we need that. And then maximum 6 ranked games a day. Any day with more than this is a VOD section. We're playing too much. You need to watch more, play less. Otherwise, we're kind of chilling.
Let's try. We'll tell it and...
Like, honestly, it's just the way you're playing. The lack of direction is so bad. You've got confidence, it's lit. You've got comms, it's lit. You've got aim, it's lit. You just don't have any strategy whatsoever. It's like you're just running out. Well, you have strategy. You like call plays, you jump spot stuff. It's more like you don't know how to execute the strategies because you have never seen or taken notes on how pros do it. So go do that. And then come back. And you'll get your gift card. Thank you very much for the VOD, Jing Lover. Appreciate you. Good luck. We're gonna raid. We're going to daycare. Thank you everybody for showing up to the stream. YouTube video dropping in a little bit. Have a nice Monday, everybody. Say hi to Dope Pie for me. Thank you for the subs. Thank you for the views. Appreciate all of you. Peace out. Peace out. VOD reviews tomorrow morning, same time. Catch you later.